everybody. Happy Monday and welcome into Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts, and we're joined by the Let's Talk team. It's Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and Alicia Henning is in for Lisa. Hi. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. It's a beautiful day.
Oh, it is a beautiful
Yes.
day. And it's a great day to just be alive. You know?
Agreed.
Amen. Yes.
Some days when you don't feel your best, some days when you don't, you just have to be grateful and say, I'm glad to be here.
I'm breathing.
I'm breathing and I'm glad to be here.
That's right.
All right, everybody. So we like to start every show with Talk of the Town. And today's Talk of the Town is about hairstyles. Kim, have you ever had a mullet?
It could have been construed as a mullet when I was a child, but I wouldn't necessarily say that.
Yeah. Anybody else been to Mullet Town?
No, I did have a rat tail.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and it was really bad. I mean, it was like,
Oh,
it was...
no.
I had a
no.
boy haircut.
It was the 80s. Oh, I've had those. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had the same haircut, Mom, as a second grade boy in my class.
Really?
Yes. His name was Chris. I was like, what?
That is so embarrassing.
Well, the reason I'm asking about mullets is because there's a national mullet championship. Like, this hairstyle is so popular that people compete for who has the best mullet. Not kidding.
Hey.
And so there is a little fella. He is 3 years old. He's from Kentucky. This is him, Tristan from Manchester. And he is
really
competing
cute.
in the National Mullet Championship. He made it to round 2. So you can vote for him if you want him to go on and win the National Mullet Championship. But what I'm loving about him is he's got a shark fin
Yes.
and a mullet.
And a mullet.
Yeah.
And look at that
I
face.
didn't even know you could put those two together.
So cute.
So cute.
He is
In the overalls. He is so
Style.
Kentucky, isn't he?
He is such a cutie. So if you would like to Google the National Mullet Championship and go to their page and you can vote until this is the last day. So if we want to bring home bragging rights Kentucky as the home of the National Mullet Champion, make a little Tristan go over there and do it.
Go, Tristan.
Does he
Go,
win money or
Tristan.
scholarship? Any of you know?
You know, I don't think the prestige associated with the mullet competition is a scholarship.
Maybe a party, but in the back.
A pie or a cake.
Susan,
That was a good one.
Susan, I got where you went, where you were going with
Thank
that.
you.
All right, everybody, next up, Talk of the Town. So over the weekend, it was Barbenheimer, as many people were calling it. So the Barbie movie came out and Oppenheimer came out. Some of us did get to go see the Barbie movie. And we actually we're giving away 2 tickets to 2 different folks who got to see the Barbie movie. So thanks to everybody who entered. The winners are at Amanda OTB Works and at Alexis Larson 18. So congratulations to you all.
Awesome.
You win 2 tickets to the Barbie movie. We've reached out to you, but if you're watching this right now, or if you know one of them, you're like, oh my God, I know them. You can have them reach out to us and we'll give them all of the instructions on how they can get those tickets. But as to the movie, so Kim and I saw it. I was expecting a little bit of what I saw, but it was more than I could have ever expected. We're not going to give any spoilers, but we're going to talk about it a little bit.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. And I played with Barbies a little bit when I was a kid, but I wouldn't have called myself a super Barbie fan. But this movie was everything, except it's not for kids.
No.
It's not for little ones.
So this movie is definitely for kids. I wouldn't take a kid who was under 13 or 14.
It's rated
to this one.
PG-13.
Okay. Well, there we go. Look, the rating system.
And
right
is it
here.
as funny as the previous?
It is hysterical.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
But it was adult comedy. So
Yes.
when I wrote about it afterwards, because I was so fired up afterwards, I was like, this was the feminist think piece that we didn't know we needed. It was very much a feminist tale, a feminist story about self-actualization as a woman, and then also about inequality in society as it relates to gender. And so they turned that story on its head at one point. It was really,
Wow.
No, it wasn't like a toy movie.
No.
It was a social commentary movie about gender and society equality.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think.
just for women, I don't think either. I think some men can get a lot out of this too, because we talked about equality. And that's something that is definitely looked at
I should
between
make
men
my
and women.
boys go see it then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Honestly, I want to talk to a guy who has seen it and to get his thoughts. Not Ben Shapiro, though. So that Ben Shapiro guy, he evidently saw the movie over the weekend. He's very upset about it. Not him, like a normal dude. I want to hear what a normal dude has to say about it, because I think it was interesting. But I did, when I was sitting there, I thought, from a guy's perspective, I wonder how they'd feel about this.
Right. I saw a lot on the internet this weekend about it being propaganda and some people saying things that it was propaganda. And
It could definitely be taken that way. I mean, if you are not pro-feminist, this movie, it would be a lot for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
For people who don't like women, it's not going to be an easy ride.
yes.
Oh, yikes. Yikes.
I want to go see it.
Yes, it was
definitely.
good. I'm watching it again. It was good. All right, everybody. So that's Talk of the Town. Stay with us. Coming up after the break, here's the question. Would you share your office pool lottery winnings with a coworker who didn't buy a ticket?
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
With the Sonic 2 for $7 deal, you get to choose from a Sonic cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and 6-piece Mott Sticks. If that doesn't sound appealing, you might need to turn up your TV. Sonic 2 for $7 deal.
My name is Roosevelt. I always thought that cigarette smoking just messed up your lungs. I never thought that at only 45 would give me a heart attack. I never thought that it would stop me from playing basketball with my kids. Never thought that it would give me a scar like this. And I never thought that it would change my life forever. My tip is, do your heart a favor and quit now.
You can quit. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Hi, my name's Ruth Evelyn, but everyone calls me Ari. I'm inviting you to support kids like me on Miracle Treat Day, Thursday, July 27th at DQ. I was born with Amelia of the Arms. With the help of ongoing treatment at my local children's hospital, nothing can stop me from drawing, dancing, and riding my bike. On Miracle Treat Day, $1 or more of each Blizzard treat sold at participating locations will benefit your local children's hospital. Support kids like me on Miracle Treat Day, Thursday, July 27th.
When kids need medical care, they will often face stressful and life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation has delivered happiness to 17 million seriously ill kids and their families at more than 800 children's hospitals and healthcare facilities. Our programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org. That's starlight.org.
Remember that night you spent in an igloo, sipping on a strawberry shortcake slush float with crunchy sugar crystals? Was that real? Or is that just your brain's summer vacation house? $2.99 strawberry shortcake snowball slush float. Mmm, Sonic.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. It is time for the Countdown Convo, and as promised, it's gonna be a little spicy. So this first question got a big reaction. I asked it early this morning in the newsroom because I wanted to hear, I always like to see what the Gen Zers have to say. I love the Gen Zers. And they had a gigantic reaction, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be good for the show. So here's the question. Let's say you have an office lottery pool, because people have been winning big in Kentucky on this lottery. And let's say you have an office lottery pool, you have to chip in $1 to win. Everybody in the office who played wins. You're all rich. You can come to work if you want. Like, you know, it's all good. But one person did not give $1, and now everybody is rich but them. Would you personally give them a share of your winnings?
No. No.
Okay.
They made the choice to not buy a ticket.
Okay.
That's on them.
Yeah.
If it was a choice, here we are. You didn't win any money.
No, I definitely think that's a life lesson. You should have given the money. And I might give you a kidney down the line, but I'm not gonna give you my money.
You can buy him a kidney. But it doesn't stop with that one person. There's going to be another person that was like, well, But if I had $1, I would have given it, and it just doesn't stop with that one person. You have to draw a line in the sand. It's like all or nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
So nothing.
Oh, Susan?
I'd buy him a kidney, take him out to lunch. That's what, but they didn't do it.
You guys are making me feel like such a bleeding heart. Because I could just see, listen, I love some food, right? So I could see myself ordering Jeff Ruby's every day for lunch. I'd just be there eating lobster and steak at my desk, like do. And then I'd look over them and they're eating ramen. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I would have to give them a little something. I would feel terrible. Could you imagine, like, them just pumping their body full of sodium water and noodles every day? And
give them a little piece of your lobster to drop in the ramen.
Yeah, that was college, the ramen noodles. I made it this far. I'll be okay.
I still eat them.
I do too.
I'm giving them a little money. Okay.
You're so good.
I don't know about that, but yes, I would give them a little money. Okay, up next, thinking time. So I was listening to the radio the other day, and there was a scholar talking about how we as individuals do not have time to think. And he gave a statistic that blew my mind. He said, on average, we touch our phones 2,500 times a day. We are constant. He said you can't, when you go to the grocery store, you no longer just stand in line, you sit in the line on your phone. We jog with our devices. Our days are jam-packed. We don't have time to think as individuals. We don't have time to think as a society. We don't know where we're going. We're in trouble. This resonated with me because I feel like I am surviving day to day. I have a 20-year plan, but don't ask me what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Don't ask me what I'm gonna do next week or next month. I am just surviving every day. And because of it, my life, my relationships, everything is suffering. I don't have time to think.
I think a lot of people can resonate with that. My biggest issue on this is that if we're not taking the time to think, if we're not taking the time to become self-aware, we're gonna be reactionary. Everything is going to be a reaction to something, and if we are not being, if we're not being responsive, if we shut down or whatever, if we can't think and move forward to take major steps like forward, we're just going to be constantly like just with our swords, you know, deflecting everything.
Very true. Very true. Alicia.
So I see with a teacher that reactionary idea of they react without taking the time to process their thoughts. And I've seen over my 21-year teaching career that kids they respond so much faster to stimulus, and whether it's negative or positive stimulus, and they just jump without thinking into a lot of situations.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking. Our brains have not changed that much since we were cave people, you know, it hasn't changed that much. Our world has changed, but our brains haven't. And there are studies that say that our brains are not wired to handle this many choices every day. We're just not capable, and it's having effects on our health.
Oh yeah.
Physical health, not just mental health, but physical.
Yeah.
Right.
So everybody, let's take a few moments and just stop and think if we can. I think we're gonna feel better. And then finally, wet socks. I know it sounds weird, but there's a purpose. I'm going somewhere here. So there's a heat wave. It's sweeping the nation to the point that people are actually getting sick and dying. In Las Vegas, their 911 calls for service have gone up 40% in the last week because of this heat wave. And so one of the tips that people are saying to do to help yourself cool down is to go to sleep at night wearing wet socks. What do you guys think? Are you a hot sleeper? Would you wear wet socks?
I am not a hot sleeper. I am not a sock sleeper. So both of these, I don't know where I fit into this equation, but wet socks? Oh, it bothers me just talking about it. I can't, the stimulus, I just cannot think of stimulus or whatever. I would not be able to shut my body down to go to sleep.
To go to sleep?
No.
Yeah.
No, you know when you've been in the bathtub too long and you get out and your feet are all wrinkly and kind of weird looking? I don't want the hydro foot. No, thank you. You know, that's a whole new set of problems.
And I have cold toes usually going to bed, and then the idea of putting something wet on them, and then the bed's all wet, and then my feet will stay cold all night. No, it's not worth it to me to be warm, to cool off the next day.
There's other ways.
It's problematic for me overall because I just feel like your mattress is gonna get weird.
You could have mildew.
It's like a swamp.
And feet stink in your mattress. So while I understand the need to stay cool, I'm not gonna endorse sweat socks. It's a no for me.
Period.
Period. Thank you, Susan. Susan's been around me so long, she started to talk like me. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right, everybody, stay with us. There is nothing more fun than Mystery Theater, and there's a particularly fun one coming up soon.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
When you watch ABC 36 News, you'll see a difference.
Protecting you from severe weather without the hype.
We're your friends and neighbors, and we are on your side.
ABC 36, we're on your side.
Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Let me count the ways. Your case will be handled by your lawyer, a paralegal, and a case manager who's always in the office for you when your lawyer's in court. There's also a 24-hour hotline if you ever have a question or a problem. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. Lots of people hired us. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator, Sherelle Roberts. We've got Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and in for Lisa High, it's Alicia Henning. Hello. And joining us, our guest at the table, is Dana Blackburn with the Bluegrass Mystery Theater. Hello.
Hi, thank you, ladies. It's very exciting to be here.
We are so glad to have you here. So, Lisa, we know that you're watching. Lisa absolutely loves a good murder mystery, and she is not alone. And so you all are taking it off of TV, off of Dateline, off of the podcast, and giving it to them in person. Tell us about what you do.
Yes. Well, we do fun murder mysteries throughout venues in Lexington and throughout the Bluegrass area. And we also do a lot of private parties. And when we do them at restaurants, there's food involved. So you can have a 3-course meal and a really fun show. And then after the show, someone wins a prize because everybody in the audience guesses who they think the killer is. And then someone will win the prize for the evening.
I see.
That's fun.
Very cool.
Love that. Well, Dana, tell us a little about the current show that you're running.
Well, the show that we're doing this month and August is called Knock 'em Dead. And it's one of the fun things about these shows that we do are the names in these shows. Because one of the characters' name is Don Cushane. And he is having a fundraiser event. It's a huge event, and so he has invited Royal Pain to perform. But unbeknownst to anyone, someone mysteriously has sent Augusta Wind an invitation to perform. So these two women who hate each other show up at the fundraiser to perform, and there's a mysterious bystander named Rusty Pipes in the audience who's causing trouble, and then there's the mysterious piano player who actually never plays anything, stand back. And so all these crazy characters come together at this fundraiser, and the two women hate each other, so obviously before the night is over, someone dies.
You know, because when you go to a dinner party with somebody you don't like,
someone has been knocked dead. And so the audience sort of figures out who did it.
I see.
And by the end of the evening, someone will win the prize.
I think it's Augusta Wind.
I guess doing.
So if people are really into murder mysteries and they want to have a private party, like Clue, it's like Clue at home.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, the fun thing we do about private parties, and I think that we do this really, really well, if I say so myself, because when you do events in the public, you don't know who's coming.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
But when you do a private party, you know who's coming. You know the names of the people coming. You know the group you're performing for. We just did an event for Horse Equine, and so we tailored it to their group. And one thing I love to do that makes private parties so much fun is I include people's names throughout the show. And you know, so we say something embarrassing and then we throw in a name of someone that's there and everybody just dies laughing, and it is so much fun, and they just love it. They have so much fun, and so private parties are my absolute favorite.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah.
Now, are these shows kid-friendly?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
There's never any bad language in our shows. I know some shows, you know, that happens, but not in these shows, because I want everyone to be able to come. You know, a few times there's some innuendos, but it's clean innuendo and it flies over people's heads. You know, most adults don't get it. So it's definitely appropriate for everyone.
So have you ever had anybody like completely freak out in the middle of the show and be like, I know who did it, I know who did it, and just completely ruin it? Have you had any freakouts like that?
We have had freakouts. We've had people scream out in the. Well, we have lots of people scream out during the shows, and it may not even have anything to do with the show. but we say the more the merrier. That means they're engaged. That means they're having fun. You know, if they're really into it and they're screaming and shouting, then we like it. We want
it
people.
feeds you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. When people clap and laugh and are having a good time, the actors feed on that. And I use some of the best actors in this town. Tim Hall is one of my go-tos. I love him. He is so good. Patty Hying, and she's also writing shows for me. The show that we did in May and June, she wrote. And then the one we're doing in October, she's written. So she's a super, super actress. And then Drew Starmer, who was in Lend Me a Tenor. He was at Woodford. He's fabulous. Everybody I use.
When you shout these out, Kim and everybody, they know who they are. Those are their people.
You know, the actors that I use are really good, and not only are they really good, because there's lots of good actors, but they're really good at improv.
Oh, that's very cool.
These shows are scripted. So they're scripted shows, because I think that's important. But they're able to take a funny line that maybe someone in the audience said and run with it and make it a bit and make it fun. And just that's another way the audience is included.
So if somebody wants to see these shows, we have a couple seconds. Tell us your website really fast.
BluegrassMysteryTheater.com.
All right. Thank you so much for telling us all about it, for being here.
So fun.
Everybody stay with us. Coming up after the break, it's Dear LTK.
Let's Talk Kentucky is brought to you by Critchfield Meats.
Insurance companies are making it tougher than ever for car accident victims, but no matter what they do, one fact remains. On average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one. Call 800-800-4600.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new AbEX from Sono Bello.
Doctor, after my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me really self-conscious.
It's not your fault. That stubborn fat and excess skin is very difficult to get rid of with diet and exercise alone.
That's exactly why I went to Sono Bello. I really trust their team of experts, and I finally got the flat stomach I had always wanted.
Introducing AbEX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
AbEX is a great alternative to a tummy tuck because that overhang you mentioned becomes flat and tight fast with minimal downtime.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation now to learn more about AbEX by Sono Bello. Call
It's Champion Windows' 70th anniversary sale, and we're giving the presents to you. Right now, get 40% off new windows, plus pay nothing for 18 months. And we're giving away $70,000 in our home makeover giveaway. 70 years of designing, building, installing, and guaranteeing Champion Comfort 365 windows direct from our factory to your home. Don't wait. Get 40% off windows today. Call or schedule your free estimate online 24/7 at getchampionwindows.com.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. As soon as you call us, our truck response team can jump into action. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. It's time for the segment of the show we call Dear LTK. This is when our men viewers can send us a question and we will answer it for them. Here's today's question. When should we give up on pursuing a woman in a relationship? This is a very good question. And I was scratching my head on this one. When should they? When should they, guys? And I thought, first of all, when we're over a guy, we should do a better job at telling them.
Absolutely.
And we don't always do that.
I think that would fall on the guy too. Like, just ask her directly. If you're feeling confused about it, just be direct and say, hey, I'm getting mixed signals here. Are you still interested? And give her the chance to say yes or no directly.
Yeah. And I think the women need to be more assertive to don't lead them on just because you want some attention. You know, you just gotta be like, you know what, I'm just not interested.
So if folks aren't assertive and you have to just read the context clues, which clues should they look for?
Not returning calls.
Not returning calls or emails or texts.
Yeah.
That's a really, I like
You're
that.
getting ghosted, let it go.
Well, that's a good way to sum it up.
If they don't want to be friends.
And also, if she says no, I don't want to be, I don't want this, I want to, that's when you know, if she says that, to stop, and you can be friends or not.
Friends might lead them on, though. You have to be careful about that.
Set clear boundaries.
Yeah. So I guess communication is big. Whether you're going to be in a relationship or you're breaking off a relationship, communication is key. So we hope that that particular answer is helpful. I feel like I got helped a little bit just now.
That's what we're here for.
Just a little bit. All right, everybody, we like to end every show with a woman we're talking about. And today's woman we're talking about is Melissa Moore Murphy. She's a judge in the 4th District Court Division here in Fayette County. Thank you for all you do, Melissa. And thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.